Hello, everybody, and welcome on in to Streaming Rainbow. Welcome to the playground. We start today's episode with a witch's head larger than any that has ever been seen by an order of magnitude, blotting out the sun and a sea of bats around it, each the size of a small child, blotting out the rest of the sky as the sun has nearly finished setting. The siren sounds blaring from the witch head's mouth. Our three kids find themselves in quite the predicament. Joey is up on the playground walls, having suffered a nasty fall, surrounded by 3 of 6 broken cannons and 2 harpoon guns that have nearly been rolled into position to hit the witch's head. Kate has her lasso extend-a-rope wrapped around the bottom of the witch's head, and she's dug in with a handful of other kids trying to pull the witch's head down faster so it can be within range. And Ryan is being swarmed by bats trying to pull him closer to the playground. And there's a brief pause throughout the battlefield as the floor shakes. The playground itself moves as a low rumbling can be heard from somewhere within. And we re-enter combat. What do you three want to do?
Okay. Take a walk with me. Been researching for a different campaign, so I've been doing a lot of Greek mythology. The most important job Achilles had was inspiring others. Can I convince you to be on the right side of history and let me roll a presence weaponry, perhaps, to run up the rope and try to stab the witch's head, taking whatever, I don't know what the equivalent of opportunity attacks from these monkeys. Sorry, not monkeys, bats. Definitely not flying monkeys, guys.
We got something in our head. It's fine. It's fine. We're holding space.
Okay, so you want to ignore the bats, run up the...
Yeah, like take whatever claws or whatever.
And you want this to be a presence roll somehow.
I want to inspire the troops with my boldness by trying to run, rope climb up and stab the witch's head.
Come on, Bastion, right side of history. Let's go.
Or athletics. I'll take athletics.
Presence isn't the attribute you use to try and balance or pull yourself up a jump rope.
But it is what you use to inspire people.
Yeah. But you're not inspiring people.
All right.
You're running up a jump rope.
All right, I'll just fucking stab these monkeys then. Sorry, damn it, bats. Shit. Sorry. I swear to God, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm looking at a giant green head. And silhouettes of wings. Okay. So that's just
So if you're just
strength,
stabbing the bats,
weaponry?
that's going to be a dexterity weaponry.
Dexterity weaponry. Okay.
Yeah, you can instead just try and inspire the troops to do something and take the hits. That is an option.
Yeah, I think I'll just do that then. That's probably a better use of my talents. I guess I would go down if every single one hit. Which... good luck.
Now you got 5 attacking you right now.
Yeah. I'll take the hits then, and I'll go presence, Again, trying to use intimidation this time.
Okay.
Using my sticks and stones. And then, what would that be? Yeah, intimidation. So 4, 5 dice. 2. And he's just, like, screaming, yelling at this point.
All right.
Pull it down! And then, goes to the radio, and it was like, on the mark, shoot it with the harpoon.
All right.
To try to coordinate these 2 attacks.
See how you do.
Okay, that's a 9.
Okay.
That's a 10.
All right.
That's an 8, but that's a 1. So that 8 goes away. But we'll re-roll that 10. So I got 2 so far. Nope, that's a 6. So 2.
2. All right. And I think that this would be a good time to let y'all know about willpower and how you can use it. So willpower, each of you has a certain willpower pool. You can spend willpower to either gain a bonus to a roll, a +3 to a roll.
So you roll 3 more die?
Or to add 2 to your stamina, composure, or defense when defending against something. You regain it through a couple of different methods, but basically at a rate of 1 per scene, or when you sleep or achieve something significant.
I also have a feat that can give back willpower, so spend it, peoples. Yeah, I definitely am going to use that +3 then to roll 3 more die.
Nope. In the future, you do have to say you're using willpower before the roll.
I will do that in the future. I also will try to read this book before next session. This is my 3rd World of Darkness game. I should know the rules better. Okay, that worked out well. 2 more successes.
All right, what does that bring your total to?
4?
4. All right. You all hear Ryan get on the comms, coordinate this attack, get more kids to pull down the witch, get the harpoons in place, and this time he's able to actually get through. Rather than being tackled by bats, the kids see him ignoring the bats, focusing on them, and it fills them with determination as they begin to quickly pile on to Kate and the rope and really start to wrench the witch's head down closer to the ground. Joey, you see the harpoons being more aggressively wheeled into place as more kids abandon the useless cannons and start helping to get the harpoons pulled out. As Ryan helps set the stage for something. Kate, Joey, what do you two do?
So, looking at where I'm at right now, I'm like 3 or 4 stories up. So it would take a considerable long time for me to run back down to where, the ground where Kate is, correct?
Yeah, I will say that because of Ryan's efforts, the rope is close enough that you could probably jump to it.
Me? Okay. I think Joey's gonna do that. He knows he could help with the harpoons and stuff, and I think he will do a check and see, are there a lot of bats swarming this area right now, or?
Not as many here as there are on the ground.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead. I think they're gonna be fine up here. So yeah. I think Joey's gonna go and jump towards the rope. And try and go and help there.
All right, that will be a dexterity athletics roll. And are you gonna be climbing up the rope or sliding down it?
I think that Joey doesn't have a pointy weapon, so he's gonna go and slide down to help pull and be like the kid that's like, whoop, boom.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I love that.
And also he tried going up already and kind of is hurting and doesn't really want to try that again.
Yeah, and I'll give you an additional +1 because of how well Ryan rolled.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna be rolling 5 dice here. And for some flavor, it won't help or anything. I'm gonna use my mace to do like a little zip line
Like
thing
zip
down.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Nice.
And I think as he goes, "Wahoo! Leroy Joey."
No.
I heard David say that earlier. Okay, let's go, folks. Okay. Okay. I don't like this. Oh, good. Thank the Lord.
Does your
There's
dice
one
roller
success
roll
in there.
one at a time?
Well, I could put it all, but I feel like I put them all. Yeah, like because this is the Google one. Anyway, I think for next episode I'll get my actual dice. I forgot to do it, but I'll get my actual dice to roll for the effects. I got 1 success on that. No botches or anything.
So you run and...
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, one more. I just rolled a 1. So that takes away my success.
No.
That extra dice didn't help me.
Ryan,
I might die actually
because I only have Joey.
I only have 2 health left. So I'm pretty sure I die here.
Is there any way, because he's sliding down my rope, is there any way that I can help?
Let me see here.
I can give you a devil's bargain here, Kate.
Okay.
Wolf.
You do have enough control of your rope to give him help and help bring him down. But in order to do that, you would have to let go of the witch's head.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kate is like watching this happen, and it's just like, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. She just has faith in this tough as fuck kid. Like, as annoying as he is and as loud as he is, like he's still alive after riding a bat. So I gotta trust that this kid is.
I almost got out of this.
All right.
Yeah.
Joey, you run and try and hook your mace around the rope, but you hit it harder than you think, and your mace flings out of your grasp as you begin rocketing towards the ground.
Can we flavor that hits a bat at least? At least. If this is how Joey goes out.
It bounces off the rope, hits a bat as it goes spiraling down to the ground. A mirror to Joey's spiraling down to the ground.
Yeah.
As you do rocket towards the ground, what's going through Joey's head?
I think Joey Joey has a memory of his life flashing before his eyes. And he goes back to a moment where Marty, his older brother, got himself into a situation where he was also hurting himself a little bit too much in order to to look strong, but maybe was biting off a little more than he could chew. And this was in a situation where Marty was going to a party and was saying that he was good after drinking so much alcohol and was trying to drive everybody. And Joey remembered trying to tell his brother, hey, I think you've had a lot of stuff to drink. You probably shouldn't do this. And Marty just said, but there's no one else that can do it. And, you gotta be the one to or Ackley's never show weakness, is what he told him. Ackley's never show weakness. And so, but Joey, instead of feeling like strength in that moment, realizes how dumb that advice is, of knowing when to pull back and knowing when to, and realizes that he also probably hurt rather than helped people in this case, getting in the way of the cannons, like hurting Kate's rope maybe, and getting in the way and making her have to make the decision of watching a kid die basically next to her, or pull the rope. And I think Joey, just kind of, all this is flashing before his eyes as the ground is hurtling towards him, and he feels tears beginning to well down his face.
Yeah. As those tears well, time slows around you. For you, this is literally and figuratively the most impactful moment of your life. But as you see the dozens of other bodies of kids that haven't survived this attack, it's hard to feel the weight of the cost hits you as you land headfirst with a sickening thud. Now, that will fill your track with bashing damage. But you're not dead quite yet. You are crippled, permanently injured, and completely unconscious. But each round, as you are beset by bats, your bashing damage will become lethal damage, and then your lethal damage will become aggravated. And only when your track is filled with aggravated damage do you die. So basically you have 7 more hits until you die.
Okay, 7 more hits until I die. Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Because any further hits upgrade whatever your lowest damage box is to aggravated. And when your track is full of aggravated, you're dead and beyond hope of any sort of intervention.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So as you land with this sickening thud, Kate, were you watching or were you trying to not watch?
Kate was watching, and because Kate was like, they've got it, they can do it, he can do it, he can do it, he can do it. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. So I think she will look to these other seekers that are her team, that are around her, that she knows, and she knows what they can do, and she's just yelling, cover Joey, get Joey, like, get him. I'm okay, get him.
A presence socialize roll.
Could I make it for empathy? Can I make an argument? I'm trying to be empathetic.
Yeah, I'll take that argument.
Okay.
Presence empathy. Kate beset upon by 10 bats herself right now.
Yeah. She'd rather take the hit. She's looking a little ragged, but she's... It's just one success. But no botches, no ones.
Yeah, so you plead, beg your other seekers to go and save Joey. Most of them don't even know who Joey is. But a couple of the ones that do, and that saw this kid fly off the side of the playground after trying to pilot a bat, do rush over and start peeling bats off of Joey. Ryan, were you watching?
Ryan was 100% watching. His eyes have been locked in between literally where the cannons are and the head.
What's going through Ryan's mind?
I think Ryan feels a lot. I think there's some guilt. I think there is a lot of fear. And I think being 12 and being bombarded with a hormonal concoction that truly is a crime against evolution, he will latch on to the one that feels the easiest, which is anger. I think he's just mad. He's mad that he's here in the first place. He's mad at the circumstances of this place. He's mad at Joey for being an idiot. But he is most upset with himself. Because as always, Ryan feels like if his voice didn't crack and he could have had everybody hear him the first time, then maybe Joey wouldn't have been in that position.
Yeah.
And if he had been better to Joey, then maybe Joey wouldn't have tried to run and jump, like try to fly a bat, right? If he would have took him more under his wing. There's just the constant, like every step of like whatever got them here. Maybe he shouldn't have ran to the library because he's the one who blew up the cannons, right? Like he's just like every step of the way that brought them here, he's thinking about how it was stupid and it could have been better already, and that he really shouldn't even be in the spot. Yeah, and he just feels guilty as he watches watches Joey's body starting to be sort of scratched up and sort of pulled apart by these bats.
Yeah. So we go to the bat's turn. We start with the 10 bats attacking Kate. It's 4 successes with 4 lethal damage as Kate focuses on the rope, focuses on Joey, doesn't do anything to defend herself.
It's bad news, guys. I already had 2 and I only have 6 health because I am tiny.
As Kate falls, prioritizing someone else for the first time, and who knows how long, and this is the reward she gets.
This is why
what
I'm
is
just
she
trustful.
thinking of? Is she...
She's thinking... part of her, the very small part of her that hates people, is thinking, yeah, that's right. That's about right. But another part of her is saying, yeah, that's right. Joey, that's important.
Yeah.
And she will go out just white knuckling as long as she possibly can onto that rope.
Absolutely. Tied in, the rope wrapped around her hands, locked in, as the light fades, this time not blotted out by the witch's head, but by the bats. As the 5 bats currently attacking Ryan. Two manage to get in and get good swipes at him.
I am still up.
Joey had a dramatic change in the battlefield, so let's see how many bats are currently attacking him. It's not good, y'all. 9 bats.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But Joey has a defense of 4 and 2 seekers protecting him.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm only rolling 5 dice here. And that is 2 successes. Bring us to 2 aggravated damage.
Okay, so we're 5 away.
Yep.
Right?
We roll for the cannons. Well, now the harpoons. Ryan's plea did get the harpoons in place for this turn. And get the witch's head low enough to attack. And that is 1 success as both of the harpoons shoot, one going to the side, spearing bats like some fucked up shish kebab, and the other hitting the witch's head dead on. And you see it, this nauseous looking purple gas begin to ooze out of the wound, almost like it's more viscous than it should be as a gas, just with a thickness and weight of a liquid starting to ooze out of the hole as the witch's head loses more height. And then I roll for the head. And with
3.
4 successes, the ground rumbles and shakes, and you see the playground begin to sink as fissures spread out. And that brings us to the top of the round. Ryan, what do you do?
Yeah, bud.
Welcome to the playground, guys. It's all good fun.
Okay. Okay. I think there's like full tears in Ryan's eyes. Because I think that it's one of those things where, you know, Ryan always told himself, yeah, I let Joey hang around, even though he's annoying, because he'll be useful. And he always told himself that Kate, same thing, right? It's a strategic thing to butter up Kate, because she's clearly like the most dangerous, right? She's the most capable seeker of this newer crop coming up, that's about to be the ones in power, right? Mm-hmm. And I think like in this moment, even if he doesn't realize it, it like the emotional attachment he's made to these two people that reflect, right? Like Joey reminds him of his own little siblings, and Kate reminds him more of himself, to be honest, right? Like a maybe what he would consider a better version of himself, a more honest one at least. Mm-hmm. And in that emotion, he wants to go. He can't decide first what, like, should he go like pull Kate's body away or beat the bats off of Joey, and instead he like remembers what he always tells Joey: think or breathe, then speak. So he steels himself, takes a deep breath, thinks back to what his grandpa always taught him, and says, "Take the king." And so I would like to use, once again, use my Inspire. I think this time I'm going to use Inspire and Socialize. That way, oh no, you guys didn't use your things anymore. I will use, I'll use Intimidate, but by proxy, the like intimidation of, if we don't stop this, death is imminent, not necessarily Ryan's intimidation. So he'll stand up and say, or he's already up, sorry, but he'll as he's sort of batting away some of these bats, through, like, hold the radio far away so that he doesn't have to double up his communication, and say, fire the second torpedo at the back, and then scream out to the, like, try to raise again louder and say, grab the sides and pull it apart. So he's going to try to say, he's going to say, leave the fallen ones and pull the head apart. Because he thinks the best bet as the ground is starting to sink is if we can cut the head off, maybe the body will fall.
All right. Give me a presence intimidation roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to use a willpower.
Yeah.
So we'll go down to 3. And that's a +3. I swear I'll go back to church if I can get a couple 10s here. Okay, that's 1 10. That's a 9.
There's no god
That's
here.
an 8. That's another 9. No gods here. Oh, that's a 1 though. Okay, and then the other ones are failures. So I'll move this 8 away and then 1 reroll. So I got 3 successes and 1 reroll right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Another 10!
All right, 4 successes and a reroll.
Yeah, do you just keep rolling 10s until...
Yep, they explode.
Oh,
I love it.
damn. That was a 6.
All right.
It rolled from a 10 to a 6.
With 4 successes, you convince everyone to focus on the king. I'm going to roll for the harpoons. We're going to get a +4 to this roll because of your successes. Now, to get the level of effect that you want to be able to get the harpoon in the other side and then use the ropes to pull them apart.
I also want the kids to help on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
So you said the harpoon went into the front, right, or something?
Yeah.
So I want the kids to leave the dying people, just everybody stick their hands in and pull apart as well. Not just the harpoons. I want the harpoon to act as an anchor, and then for them to pull it from
Gotcha.
two other
So you want
spots.
to use the harpoons to pull it close enough that they can rip it apart with their hands.
Exactly.
Right. To do this...
I mean, I'm sure it's the same dice. I just want it flavor-wise.
Yeah. No, I love it.
The imagery of children ripping this giant head apart sounds cool. If we succeed.
Yeah. We need 3 successes on this roll out of these 8 dice.
Okay. Mathematically, we're in pretty good spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is...
We didn't get it, guys. God damn it.
That is 2 successes.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit!
Oh, fuck this!
This is why I don't go to church!
It is 3 successes and a 1.
Oh,
It was 3
cruelty.
successes and a 1.
That is so brutal.
That's salt in the wound.
Shit.
Salt in the wound. But that is still successful, just not quite successful enough to fully dispatch of this witch's head. The second harpoon launches piercing the witch's head. The kids grab onto the 2 harpoon ropes and pull it towards the wall. The kids on the ground pulling on Kate's rope to get the thing within range, as the kids up on the wall begin just trying to tear into and open up these holes in the witch's head as this awful purple gas is spilling out. I'm gonna roll for our witch's head here. It's only 1 success. As this gas begins to settle within the upper walls, surrounding the cannons, surrounding the harpoons, as the kids begin to gag and sputter.
Can I do like a sensory check? I don't know how that works in this game. Does this gas smell flammable?
This gas is still pretty far from you.
Okay.
It's up on the walls right now.
It's still pretty. Okay.
Yeah.
Not even close enough to get a whiff. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, we have been given the order to ignore the fallen ones. So we're going to be rolling 5 bats for Joey.
My hope was starting to rip the head apart would draw some attention away, but these bats are focused.
The bats are not, they don't care about the head at all.
Yeah, they just like the sound, right?
They hungry.
That is 3 damage to Joey.
Is that it?
No, we got 2 more left. So next round I'm probably dead. I'm dead next round for sure.
Okay, I got a plan.
Yeah.
10 bats are still ripping Kate to shreds.
Kate, what's your defense?
I don't have a defense, but 2.
You don't have defenders, but I think your defense still counts, right?
Your defense
does. Because you're tiny. God
count.
damn it.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you only 2?
Also, no, I have less health. I only have 6. That's what Tiny does.
And that is 3 damage to you as well.
So 3 aggravated?
Yep.
All right, so that's, next, I have 3 left.
Bastion, you said did you say my defense was 4?
When you had the 2 defenders helping you.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, because mine's 2, so if I should have died last round, but I think we're good still. We're Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci mine.
And then 5 attacking Ryan still.
Get my ass beat.
And that is 1 success.
Okay. I think I'm still up. Let me look real quick. Yep. I have 1 more before I'm down.
Well, this time you were saved by a 1.
First TPK of Streaming Rainbow, baby.
We all knew it was going to be Bastion.
Yeah, Hondo. Yeah.
Actually, this is the first pre-recorded TPK. I did a TPK that was sort of planned, one shot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so top of the round, again, we got Ryan as our last one standing. What are you up to?
okay. Ryan is desperate. Is there any sort of PA system for the playground?
I'll say yes. There is a PA system, not one that you can access from the radio, but you can radio the sort of central command that can
that's what I
access
figured.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so Ryan's going to patch into the PA system, and he's going to say, turn the volume all the way up to put 2 radios open mic next to each other. And the idea is going to be trying to get the bats discombobulated by a high enough frequency that fucks them up.
Okay. This is a complete ass pull, last ditch.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to a straight luck roll.
All right.
You're going to get to roll 1 die.
Discombobulate.
Okay.
Pick your
As
favorite
Laura
die.
knows, it's not my favorite because it actually kind of feels cheap a lot. They're not weighted. They're not. I've tested them all the ways you could test them, and it's not even that it always rolls a 10 or whatever, right? Or the highest number, but these fucking God of War die that I got on the God of War Ragnarok Collector's Edition are the most beautiful, gracious die that I've ever had. And they're wood. They're really pretty.
We love you.
They're very pretty.
Come on, God of War. Don't
Let's
fuck
go, Santa Monica Studios. I wanted to work for you for a long time.
Just collaborate. That can be good or bad.
Oh.
Ah! Okay, well, we can't roll that one again. I held up 10 fingers. Dragon dice. Okay. We got one success. 9.
Ooh.
Still 2 successes.
Yeah, I'll take 2, obviously, but
Yeah.
you know.
You patch in the PA system. They also running out of options. Bats flooding inside of the playground at this point. Put 2 radios together and creates a feedback loop as the piercing, high-pitched sound quickly begins to overtake the battlefield, matching the volume of the witch head's siren call, bringing the bats to a pause for this round.
Can I also, well, once they start being distracted, because I would imagine we're not having a fun time either, but our hearing not being as sensitive. Can I take this time to slip away and grab Joey's mace?
So, Joey's mace flung out back towards the wall, so it would be pretty close to you. I'd say if you use the rest of your turn for that, you could make it to his mace.
Yeah, that's all I want to do is grab the mace. I need a better weapon. I need that 9 if we're gonna survive. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. We are not rolling for the bats this turn, so our victims are safe for 1 round. I'm going to roll for the kids currently ripping apart the head. That is 1 success as they tear into the head. And that 1 success is enough to finish off the witch. But as that gas spews out, the holes widened, it begins to fill the battlefield. It does smell like something flammable now that it has settled into the lower parts of the battlefield. As it very quickly just like a torrential rain of awful fume. Between that and the sounds completely overwhelming the senses of the kids as the skin shell of this witch's head begins its descent down, being very quickly pulled down by the jump rope now that it's no longer buoyant. The fissures begin to deepen. Several kids around start to fall into them as they widen, leaving a small gap for the front entrance as the playground tips backwards, still sinking deeper down.
Joey and Kate are towards the front, though, right?
Mm-hmm. They're
okay.
Not within range of the fissures yet.
Okay. I mean, are they close enough that if I grabbed one and got some people to grab others, we could get out of the playground before it sinks?
You are out of the playground. The ground you're
that's right.
on
We're
is
on the
not
other
sinking.
side. I keep thinking we're in the inside of it. Okay, that's right. And then people are being pulled towards the playground. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm very bad at like spatial. This is why I'm playing a bunch of sniper games to learn about World War II battlefields, so I can do this, hold it in my head better. If I can't see a place, I have a really hard time. Okay. Yikes.
That brings us to Ryan. The bats have quickly begun to recompose themselves.
Yeah. I think at this point Ryan realizes once his ears are still ringing a little bit, right? Because they could only hold I would imagine they could only hold the radios together for a second or two before even their own, kind of reaction. He realizes for a couple minutes now he's been holding on to an anchor, a talisman from the real world that also acts. It acts as Ryan was raised Catholic but doesn't believe in God. But it acts as the rosary that he was taught to rub in his fingers when he was praying, right? He's got this vape in his pocket. And he's thinking about what he feels like there's no options left. Like this is checkmate. And that he thinks back to some of the stories his grandfather told him when he was teaching him chess. When Ryan got ahead a couple times and started acting a little cocky. And he said one way to lose a game is to not be able to finish it. And when Ryan asked what that meant, he said, well, in prison, if you taunt someone too much, they're just going to punch you in the face and knock over the board. So he's going to try to knock over the board and pull a little bit of whatever's in this pen into his lungs and see what it does first.
Yeah. As you pull this vape, you pull it into your lungs. Who are you thinking about? Are you thinking about Kate or are you thinking about Joey?
I think the reason that Kate reminds him of himself is probably because he reminds him of his mom. Or she reminds him of his mom. So I think his instinct is probably with her first.
Yeah. And as you pull this vape, thinking about your mom, thinking about what you were taught about prison chess, it's like all the group projects that Ryan had to do where everyone else let him down, just couldn't do it. It'd be easier if you could just do it yourself instead of having to drag everyone along with you. And dragging these people along with you, it just makes you suffer more for their benefit. As you pull from that vape, you take your last point of damage as Kate regains 1 health.
I think he feels it where it's I don't know, Bastion, if you've ever been knocked out. But if you've never been like knocked out cold, but hit so hard you go wobbly, there's like a moment where your body, it doesn't feel like anything before you fall. Mm-hmm. There's a moment where your body's just like, might as well be vapor, and you're just a set of eyes. And as he feels that on him sort of emanate from his lungs and spread through his body, sort of go numb, knowing his legs are failing, he kind of smiles as he sees Kate wake up.
Yeah. As you hit the ground, the vapor pushing from your lungs, creating a small oasis within the middle of the purple nauseous gas as Kate comes to.
Yeah. Yeah, Kate coughs and like covered like tears that had already been falling come even harder as she pushes herself up, looks around like, what?
Catches sight of Ryan just as he falls. And I think as he falls, actually, Kate feels her lungs fill with the vapor as he finishes his hit of the vape and falls to the ground.
She's like, this is the loudest she's ever been. She just screams, no! And she's going to push herself up, looking around, pulling the rope back in. So we are surrounded by bats who are coming back. There is a noxious gas around everything. The playground is suspiciously lower than it was last time I was conscious.
A noxious, maybe flammable gas.
This is currently covering almost everyone.
Everybody. I murdered Joey. I will murder everybody else. I don't doing this look around, does it look like I would like him to make an argument for like rolling some kind of survival roll to see if getting further away into the woods is better or actually getting into the playground is the way to go.
Yeah, so you see the playground is sinking. You see the fissures around it, the cracks in the earth. You also know that bats have been swarming into the playground. So even if you made it into the playground, you would still have to deal with the bats and whatever is causing it to sink. Considering it's still sinking, whatever is causing it to sink was not the witch's head, but something that it called.
Okay. She's going to get out her radio and just say, abandon the playground for everybody still inside. And I need a dice. I need something. I need a D4. I'm gonna use my lasso. I'm gonna use my whip to grab. Are both Joey and Ryan within grabbing distance?
They are both within grabbing distance. Ryan is between you and the playground. Joey is between you and the wilderness.
Okay. I'm gonna go for Ryan then to try to. I'm gonna grab you and bring you closer, so you're closer to the wilderness. I'm getting you away from the playground.
I thought it was, but I have more health.
But if I'm going to be running towards the wilderness, we're going to run towards Joey.
All right, fair enough.
I'm trying to get people closer to the wilderness.
I salute.
This will be a dexterity weaponry roll.
All right, +2 for my.
Yep, +2 for your whip. Your jump rope.
My jumpy ropey. Okay. 7. Manja baby. Okay, that is 1 8 and 3 10s.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Cooking with gas.
If I reroll ones on the rerolls, they don't count against, right?
Don't count
Okay,
against, right?
so that is still 4 successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slay.
You, with expert skill, get the jump rope around Ryan before he fully falls, so you can lasso him from a distance and quickly pull him over to you and manage to get him close enough that like some of the other kids around you that were holding your rope are able to sort of help you like shoulder him and begin marching towards the wilderness.
Yep. I'm
Now,
going. Yeah.
yeah. I will give y'all a little bit of insight on how these rolls are working so that I can be as fair as possible in this moment.
Why start now?
Why start now? Yeah, just so you know, right? With the bats recombobulating, I'm going to roll a d10 for each of you. It will tell me how many bats are attacking you. And that number of bats is the number of dice I'm going to be rolling, minus your defense, to know how many attempts they're going to get at clawing you or trying to get any damage on you. So, first of all, Kate, you've got 5 bats attacking you. Joey, you've got only 3 attacking you. And Ryan, you've got 7. So Kate has a defense of 2. So I'm going to be rolling 3 dice to see if they can score any hits. They do not. Joey does not currently have any defense. You take 2 damage.
Was that it? No.
And Ryan, you also do not currently have any defense. You take 3 damage.
Just to refresh real quick, the 3 damage that I had was lethal and now it becomes aggravated.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So I'll just unmark those boxes to keep track. 2, 3 damage. Okay.
So we're currently sitting at Kate with 1 health, Ryan with 3 aggravated. And Joey...
Who's Joey?
As you take your last breath, what do you see in this moment, this brief moment of lucidity within your dreams?
Okay. I think, unfortunately, there's no light that Joey sees here. For some reason, the only thing you can hear are the grinding, kind of like dentist-like gears that he heard on his first night in the playground. The ones he were able to get away from. But they're just getting louder and louder. And I think in his like confusion and fear, as he takes his last breath, he doesn't say Marty, he says, Ryan. And then passes.
Yeah. As the ground quakes and tremors, Kate, with Ryan in tow, making your way towards the wilderness. What do you want to do this turn? Do you want to just continue booking it towards the wilderness?
Am I watching other kids get out of the playground?
Yeah. Kids that can are trying to escape. You see some jumping out from windows or climbing down the walls, and any of the kids that survived the full frontal attack are running towards the woods for the most part.
Kate takes a moment to look at this place that had been a home that felt safe, which was ironic because it's not, but it was still safer than any home she ever knew. Then she spots Joey on the way, and knowing that other seekers have Ryan, she's going to go and grab Joey and take him with her.
Yeah.
Because that's not gonna fucking happen. He is not staying to those fucking bats.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to the wilderness.
You feel how shattered his bones are as you pick him up. And it's hard. You're small. He's younger than you, but about the same size. This is our last roll of the episode. See if you will regret coming back to pick up Joey. Because the bats are going to get one last shot.
Okay.
3 dice. And with 2 successes, Kate, once again, uncharacteristically moved to help another, once again takes the fall for it as she makes it just to the edge, away from the fissures. You at least know you're not going to fall into those as you collapse amongst the trees, cradling Joey.
She is okay with that. I think as she starts to feel it, as she starts going out, she just holds on tighter, as tight as she can. And like probably the only hug she's ever given another person in quite a long time.
Yeah. And that's where we end today's episode.